Motion.
Cllr Gerry McGuire, local candidate to Fingal County Council elections in the Swords electoral ward next June. This motion is calling on conference to reaffirm the opposition to the reintroduction of third level fees. The abolition of third level fees by Labour Minister Niamh Bhreathnach helped to bring about the greatest expansion in access to education this state has ever seen. The participation rate almost tripled, and despite arguments to the contrary, all sections of society, there was an increase in all sections there. But it's also true that equal access will never be achieved unless a serious attempt to tackle the high rate of secondary school dropouts is undertaken. I think this can only be undertaken by a Labour minister when we get a Labour-led government fairly soon, I hope. Should these fees be introduced, many students will not be able to continue their education, but the students should not be scapegoated for government and university misspending. The costs of going to college will rise from €38,000 to €70,000, taking higher education out of the reach of average families. That is if the Minister has his way. And these figures are not plucked willy-nilly, but arise from the latest Bank of Ireland survey, which clearly sets the cost of going to college for a four-year degree at €38,000, and according to the USI, €70,000 if the proposed increased fee is introduced. Also, according to the latest OECD report, spending on education has significantly decreased. The proportion of Ireland's GDP invested in education has decreased significantly from 5.2% in 1995 to 4.6% in 2005. And education should be funded in the same manner as all other public services, through progressive taxation, wherein the rich pay their fair share. If a graduate benefits economically from their education, then they should be taxed accordingly. And it should be noted also that graduates pay 75% more in tax than non-graduates. Minister O'Keefe states that he would welcome constructive comments on this issue, and that the fees would only affect students with high income backgrounds whose parents earn in excess of €120,000. Any introduction of fees will filter down the line and affect those least able to pay. We have seen how this Minister and this Government have dealt with the high earners and speculators to date. We have seen their contempt for senior citizens in the medical card debacle. We have seen their cavalier approach to primary education, which the previous two speakers have been talking about. And we have seen their careless approach to healthcare. The list is endless, and it could go on and on about the intransigence of this government. In Ireland, we already have a college registration fee of €1,500 per year. Now, this is a fee which is among the highest in Europe. One does not have to be a genius to figure out that the payment of a registration charge, coupled with the payment of a third level fee, is a double whammy for students and their parents. My constructive comment to the Minister is this: get your dictionary out and tell me the difference between a charge and fee. Well, certainly in my vocabulary, both require a payment. The Chairman is telling me to get off the stage here, but I'm just very brief and I'll come to a conclusion. And my second comment to the Minister is keep your batty hands off third level fees. But education is an essential foundation for any economic recovery plan. It is a key to job growth, and it's necessary for attracting foreign investment. And it's also widely recognised that education contributes in no small way to our Celtic economy. Third level education must be seen as a public investment if Ireland is to move towards a progressive social democratic European society and away from the free market American model. Where access to employment is increasingly dependent on educational attainment within the global economy, making third level accessible to all is the key that affords opportunity to all in a developing society. This is what the Labour Party is all about. And these fees are being used because of the current budget deficit. But if the Minister's proposed deferred loan system, which see fees paid back, I'm just concluding now, Cathal, I think that it's important. I'm not being allowed to finish what I had here, but I think that note should go to all students and their parents to make sure they're on their electoral register on June the 5th and come out and support all the Labour Party candidates who will provide an alternative come the next general election also. Thank you.